Hi,
Way to
everyone.
go.
We are about to go live a little early. I have a harrowing story to tell.
Yeah.
Uh, and then we'll get into Sister Wives promptly at
Yes.
1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.
I'm very excited about this. I'm trying to find our new theme song and I don't have it pulled up.
Oh,
Do
I
you
think
have it?
well,
I don't think
no.
my phone wants to sync with our little songs, but you know what? Or they can wait for it and listen to it on the live one.
Do you just want to play the old one for one last time? One last
Sure,
shebang?
sure.
Okay, just do that.
Okay.
All right, I'm pressing. Tell me when to press record.
Go.
Now?
Yeah.
Good. What's happening?
Oh, I thought you were playing it.
No, I thought you. Well, no, I thought we were going to
No,
play
I
the
mean,
old
I just
one.
said I couldn't get it to play, and you're like, "Oh, hold on." Okay, so
Okay, I don't care anymore. I don't care. Whatever. But dum 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 dum.
There you go. You got it.
There, great, nailed it. I have a story to
Yep.
tell you guys, and
Okay, let's
it
hear
needs to be
this.
told. It needs to be told. I'm already hot thinking about it. Okay, so I drive for Uber Eats when I decide I want to, like, because you can make a good amount of money if you need like $100 one day. Go out driving for 5 hours. You got it.
Sure.
So no, Amanda, you do not need to get your episode ready yet. We're doing just a little pre-thing here so I can tell the story.
Pre-party.
This will go on the podcast part for anyone who misses it. So anyway, so I'm driving for Uber Eats. Okay, so I only go out a couple times a week because I'm a lazy fucker. But I woke up yesterday and I'm like scrolling through Facebook and I see something about Helen Keller. It just comes up. And then I got into this whole Helen Keller fucking rabbit hole.
Okay.
Then I watched the entirety of the 2000 made-for-TV Disney movie of The Miracle Workers, starring that little Pepsi girl. And
I have a hilarious story about that. That's so
slaps.
weird that you said that. Okay.
Okay, but we only have 15 minutes here, and this is a long story, so I need to rush through this shit. By the way, that one's a better version than the black and white one, which we'll get to. It's so good. Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
Miracle Worker, yes.
Miracle Worker, great. So then I go downstairs and I'm like, I'm feeling good. We're doing great on our podcast. I knocked out all these images for our like for the next few weeks of like,
graphic designer in our midst, guys.
I was giggling to myself. I was being pretty funny. But then I watched some Sister Wives, of course, and I'm like, it comes to about 5:00, and I'm like, I might as well go out. It's like peak hours. I can probably make like, I don't know, $50 or something if I just go out for a couple hours. So I'm driving around. Everything's going great. I'm listening to Surviving Sister Wives. And I get my last trip. And I was like, no, I'm going to go home. I'm going to go home. But then I'm driving past this Shell station. And it comes up, there's this order from Shell to just like a couple blocks away. So I didn't know what the order was. It can be anything from like a gas station. It's like,
okay,
it could be like, whatever. So I'm like, okay, I'll take this. And then as I'm driving past, it's like, well, do you want the second order like on the way? And
you can get, yeah,
you can do 2 at a time. So for Marble Slab Creamery, it's exactly like Cold Stone Creamery. So I'm like, okay, I'll get it. And I get all this ice cream. It's like $70 worth of ice cream. So I'm driving. So then it's like, okay, go. And we're going to go deliver. And the people live like 2 blocks apart, but now it's like pitch black. It's like 7:30 p.m. The sun has gone down. And it's like, okay, first delivery. And I drop it off. I drop off the ice cream, take a picture, and then I go. And then, and the ice cream is for Chantel. And then I get to the second house, which is just a couple blocks away. And by the way, once you drop something off, like it's gone. You can't see what the order was. You can't see what the person's name was, the address, anything. So I drop off so I get to this other house and I sit there and it's like, okay, drop off order for Chantel. So I had dropped off the ice cream to the Shell guy and like $70 worth of ice cream. So I'm like, fuck. And I see their light turn on because you can follow your driver, right? Okay. So they turn on their light because they can see that I'm there. And then I'm like, I don't know what to fucking do. So I peel off. And the girl like texts me, because you can like text your driver, and she's like, did you drop off our ice cream? And I was like, no, I didn't. I'm going back for it. I'm so sorry. And I called tech support, and I'm like screaming. I'm like, oh my God, I made a huge mistake. I'm so sorry. And this guy should be fired. Because he's like, I don't know what to do. And he's like, I can call Chantel if you want. I'm like, I don't want to call Chantel. I want to call this other guy, because I want to go get the ice cream from this fucker. And he's like, well, you can go knock on the door and ask for the ice cream back. I'm like, I don't think I can. Because I would just take the ice cream if that was me. I'd be like, this is my ice cream now.
Well, I was just going to say, so like the guy didn't try to like flag you down, like, wait, this isn't right.
No, and then the guy tried to call Brandon, and he didn't answer, because of course he has like $70 worth of fucking ice cream now. By the way, then Brandon gives me a thumbs down on my thing. So now I'm at risk to be like flagged.
Oh no.
Fucking asshole. I'm like, you got $70 worth of like freshly made ice cream,
and they still give you a thumbs down.
He gave me a thumbs down because the wrong order was delivered. So the guy's like, well, I guess I can connect you to Chantel. So he connects me to Chantel, and I'm like, and he's like listening in, and I'm like, hi, I'm so sorry. And she's like, no, it's fine. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll go back. I'm like, I don't need the money. I'm like, I will go back right now to Marble Slab and get that order for you, and I'll bring it right back. And the guy's like, yeah, I mean, I guess you can do that. She'll have to cancel the order, and then she'll put the new order in, and then you will go get it. And I'm like, but am I going to get that delivery, or is someone else going to get the delivery? And he's like, well, if you're driving by right there, you'll probably get it. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm like, okay, wait, Chantel, give me your address. Because so she gives me the address. I type it into my Google Maps so that it's ready, right? So now I'm at Marble Slab, and I'm sweating, I'm screaming, and I'm like, I have to pee so bad. So I get to Marble Slab,
on top of it, yeah.
I walk in, and I'm like, hey, I have another order for that same girl. I dropped off to the wrong person. And they're like, do you have the order number? And I was like, no, I don't, because no, wait, that's not what happened. I'm about to pull in a Marble Slab, and this thing comes up, Marble Slab Creamery. Do you want this order? And I was like, yes. Wasn't the right order. It was a different order, taking me now 45 minutes into the Northwest, or like downtown. Ice cream cake.
Oh.
Also in that order, there was a second order that was attached to it that I didn't realize. So now I have an ice cream cake that I have to take. Plus, I have to go get another order now. And I'm waiting for Chantel's order to be made, because they're like making it like on the spot there. And everyone here is getting in trouble, because there was a driver that took Chantel's order that's going to show up to the store now, and it won't be there for her. And now I have this order, and I'm waiting. This ice cream cake's like already like, and I still haven't picked up this Chinese food that I have to go get. So I'm like, okay, I can do this. Yeah. So I drive back. I drive to this address that Chantel gives me. The Google thing had auto-corrected it to the house next door, and I didn't know that. It was like 1403. It had auto-corrected it to like 1407. So I show up, and I'm knocking on the door, and this woman's like, hi. And I'm like, are you Chantel? And she's like, no. And I was like, what? And she's like, oh, well, and then she made like some joke that I was not in the mood for. She's like, well, I'll take it. Is this something I'm going to want? And I was like, yeah, bye. Bye. So I get in my car, and I'm like crying now, because I still haven't picked up this Chinese food. By the way, you can follow your driver. So this Chinese food girl and the ice cream cake guys are like following this car, just like wandering around the streets.
There nowhere should be near something anything on the back end for drivers that you guys can figure something out between each other. That would make the most sense.
You would think. So I call tech support again, and now I'm like, help! Oh my God, help me, please! I need right now. I sounded like fucking Sandra Harold in the Travis the Chin audio. I'm screaming. I'm like, I really, please help me. Please help me. So she's like, okay, I'm going to call Chantel. I'm like, I just need the correct address. That's all I need. I'm like, I need to get this ice cream to Chantel. Because at this point, now I just have this ice cream sitting here. I still have Brandon's shell order. He can fuck right off. So she finally gets back to me. It was probably a 2-minute wait, but it felt like an eternity. And I'm just freaking out. I'm like, I pulled over into this like playground, and I'm just like sitting there, just like, it's happening. This is, I mean,
now, do you have like a cooler bag or a heater bag?
I do, yeah. And the reason that I have 2 dislikes on my rating is because this first time I ever went out, I went to A&W to pick something up, and this bitch ass manager gave me a thumbs down because I didn't have the bag, and no one told me I was supposed to. She was a cunt about it too.
Ooh.
So the woman finally gets back to me, and she's like, I'm so sorry about the wait. So so she gives me the address, and I'm like, it was the fucking house next door. I should have just gone into the street and been like, Chantel!
Right.
I drive back, and meanwhile, by the way, as
You should
everyone
just like
knows,
hold up your Cold Stone like in Say Anything. Just
yes,
someone help
yes,
me.
please, it's melting. And
Oh,
okay, but as everyone knows, my car doesn't have air conditioning. It's like it wasn't working. So I have the windows down, and I'm fucked up right now. I'm screaming, I'm crying. I'm like not really crying, but just like frustrated. I look like Medusa, or I look like Cody Brown, really. My hair is just like boo. And
yeah,
so
it's
I
like
get to
mine
the
right now.
door.
Oof.
The lights are off, and I'm like, this better be the fucking house. So I knock on the door, and this like hot fucking guy, British by the way, and so then I'm like,
Oh,
please tell me that you ordered ice cream. And he's like, yes, we did. And I was like, you don't know what I've gone through tonight to get you this ice cream. And then he
oh my
goes,
God.
no, it's just ice cream. Don't worry about it. And I'm like, no, it's not just ice cream. This is so much more than just ice cream. So I like walked in.
Only
I
a
was like,
British guy would be like, it's not a big deal. It's ice cream. A woman
also
would be like,
Canadians,
no,
they were being
no
so
problem.
nice. Even on the
And
phone,
then go.
Chantel's like on the phone with that guy. Chantel's like, I want to make sure Amanda gets this order. Here's the thing: they can't go and like give me an amazing review now because the order was canceled.
Ugh.
So like, I get nothing out of this other than just the fact that I would have like lost sleep over it if I like hadn't delivered this goddamn ice cream. Right?
Could you, like, if I were wanting to, because I don't do this sort of thing because I already got burned once when I
Right.
used whatever I
Well, that
used.
person probably went through what I went through to get you that quesadilla. So be thankful.
Oh, I don't think they care. There was no hustle under their belt.
Okay.
Could they request you? Like if you're on
No, the guy was
Oh,
like,
there's
I don't
no
know if you're near the. He goes, if you're near the marble slab and it comes up, that'll be her. So I just took it.
right.
So now I dropped off the ice cream and I turned around and it was very like cinematic. I was like, you better enjoy that ice cream. And he laughed. So I get in the car and now I'm on the way to pick up this fucking Chinese food. Get there. It's 9:05. These people have their kids there. They have held the restaurant open just for me to pick this thing. They were like waiting at the door. They were pissed. I'm sure they're going to give me a bad rating.
Oh,
I got this Chinese food. Drop that shit off. And so that was fine. And then I drop off this ice cream cake. These guys are like, it was like 7th floor, I see. And I'm like, so now I have to like park and go up 7 floors. No, these guys have been tracking me the whole time and they're waiting on the street. And
like a normal human would when they're waiting for their ice cream.
They're like, so hi. I'm like, please enjoy. Try to be as nice as possible.
Did you curtsy?
Did I what?
Like you're like bowing to the queen, you just curtsy.
I kind of did when I gave it to them. And I was like,
cream.
no, gentlemen, have a wonderful night. So great.
Wait, are you
so
supposed to go up to an apartment door if you're delivering? I never thought about that.
I would never make someone do that because
Okay.
it's fucked up, but people do. But anyway, so then I get in my car and I realize how much I've had to pee the whole time. I'm fucking racing
because
home.
in fight or flight, your body just reabsorbs it.
Exactly.
There's like priorities. Yeah.
Oh, but pulling into my driveway, my body's like, no, it's happening.
It knows your
as I'm
home
unlocking my
porcelain is
door,
close.
like 2 little droplets came out. First time I peed my pants in my adult life, but it was happening. It was happening. So then I pee, like I get inside, I pee. Then I come back out and I'm like, okay, here we go. Let's see what's in this shell because I still have this guy's shell order, right? And
oh my God.
So I go and I open it and I have a picture of what was in there actually, unless you deleted it. You might have. No. Oh no, here it is.
Oh, chocolate.
Right. I don't like any of these things, but I'll give them to my dad. But I might eat this Cadbury thing. But
wait, I was gonna say just put that up for. Is it a dark chocolate Mars, or is it a regular Mars bar?
Mars. But what is going on with this
Yum.
person? So they got 4 Mars bars, and then this Cadbury, like just a random.
Yeah,
so this guy's definitely stoned. He wanted these.
Or they have kids, and they like promised them something.
Well, you still got $70 worth of fucking marble slab.
Wow,
so,
$70. What did they get?
They got like 5 different kinds. Yeah, no, they were slapping it up in there. And I told them in there, I'm like, this is what just happened. And they're like, it's probably just one of those nights. It'll be over. And it wasn't even over. No, I didn't get tipped, Jacqueline, because I wasn't able to be tipped by Chantel because they made her cancel the order and reorder it. So I lost everything. I did this out of the goodness of my fucking heart. So
okay, but you have to think. maybe Mars bar guy. Like I like to believe in like karma. Maybe once before they got really burned by something, and then this ice cream was like, okay, you know what? There is a higher power.
Okay, but then he gave me a thumbs down. You do not give your driver a thumbs down unless he like you open the door and he calls you fat or something. Don't give him a thumbs down. He tries to like
Maybe
touch-
the tooth fairy was coming that night, and a little boy or girl really loved chocolate.
there was
And
a
the tooth fairy
terminally ill
was-
child in there.
I don't know.
For 4 Mars bars, Cadbury cream eggs, and the chocolate bar. Anyway, so then I spent the rest. Now it's like 10 o'clock p.m. I was hoping to be home at 8. It's 10
my
o'clock,
God.
and I made some money at least, and I drank a whole bottle of wine
Good.
and red wine, which I've had in my fridge for like months because I don't drink red wine. But I'm like, I need to
Yeah.
have. Then I bought the black and white version of The Miracle Worker on Amazon Prime.
You were. I did not realize you were a
Full
huge Helen
circle.
head. A huge Helen Keller head. Wow.
I did it. I told that whole story in exactly 20 minutes. We got there.
Well,
Jody was
now, hold
adamant
on.
during that time.
Well, I was like, hey, I mean, people are going to be showing up. They're going to be
Right.
ready for the show. Okay, really quickly, though, would George Costanza's app for a clean toilet have come in handy?
I didn't. It was getting worse. The closer I got to my house, the more important it became.
The urgency
So, it
kicked
was happening
in.
anyway. It was my body knew it was gonna. Like we're gonna make her pee herself, just to
Oh
put
my
the
God.
cherry on this night.
Oh boy, yeah.
Thank you,
things
Jill.
you never
Yes,
know.
the things we never know go on behind the scenes, which is why we should always be kind. I feel like, yes, we should always. You don't know what that driver has gone through. Like they might
That's
be,
true.
and I mean, the British guy, I was clearly like, I looked like I was like, oh my god,
The
but
Kathy
usually I'm just
cartoon.
like, oh my God, enjoy, please enjoy.
Oh my
So you
gosh.
never know. So everyone just be kind. You don't know. These are all humans out there working.
Just look at the
And I-
mountain.
Just
Okay.
look at the mount. I was really just
Look at
going
the
out there to
mountain.
try to make like $50 in a couple hours, and then that happened. So today I think it's gonna be a
Amanda,
great day.
we're gonna let loose.
Amanda.
We're gonna let loose here. And you
Here
got a
we
new plant
go.
in the background. I have a feeling Daphne
Yeah,
gave you that
Daphne
new
found that
plant.
on the side of the road. She brought it when I made
Yes.
Penny Lavac. She's like, I was
Is
like,
it
oh, I
real?
like that.
Should I even
She's like,
ask?
somebody just, of course it's not real. I can't have real
Oh,
plants. with cats.
okay.
She's like, somebody just left it by the dumpster. Can you believe it? I was like, okay. Put it in the office, I guess.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Are you ready to?
So,
All right, we're gonna move over to a different.
yeah, we're gonna
stream,
head
guys.
over to the live stream on the next one, and we'll see you guys over there. All right. Okay.
Bye bye.